Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'll be talking about an ethics issue that focuses on a popular clothing company, The Gap.
The Gap is known for its affordable and fashionable clothing. It was founded in 1969 in the city of San Francisco by Donald and Doris Fisher. They first started off just selling plain t-shirts and jeans, but have now expanded to body products, accessories, and shoes. There are now about 3,300 stores worldwide. About 450 are franchises.
Many consumers purchase clothing without thinking twice. They don't think about the process or who makes the clothing. The Gap seems very ethical, but are they really what they seem to be? A clothing brand like The Gap seems very innocent, and many people wonder what they could be doing wrong. Taking a closer look at things that Gap could be doing wrong, I stumbled across a very important situation that had happened. In the early 2000s, there had been allegations of Gap manufacturers using children to make clothing. This child labor shame threatened Gap's ethical image. Authorities were making checks throughout different manufacturers in New Delhi, India, where many American clothing companies have clothes made.
Here it was discovered that children as young as 10 were working long hours embroidering shirts to be exported to the U.S., being sold at stores such as Gap. These children come from poor families that send their children out to work at an early age in order to support their families. Many of these children are sold to the factories by their parents. Factories are set in very poor areas, and the children are beaten and forced to work from morning until after midnight without pay. The factories are dark and crowded. Imagine having to work in that kind of environment. This is all the consequences of Western companies looking for cheap labor.
After BBC launched an investigation that revealed child labor in Gap Inc.'s factories, they desperately tried to clean up their ethical image. They had employed about 100 inspectors to monitor overseas factories. They claimed that now 60% of their factories were in good to excellent condition. Now, by policy, if Gap finds a child working in one of their factories, they must provide him or her with schooling, wage, and a work opportunity upon reaching legal work age. Even though there are some very unethical mannerisms about the Gap, they still try to do a lot of ethical things. They are part of an ongoing partnership with Product Red.
Gap donates half of the profit from products labeled with a Product Red logo to charity that supports and helps people affected with AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. Gap Inc. also started a program called PACE, which stands for Personal Advancement and Career Enhancement. This program helps women working in garment factories lead a better life. This organization educates women on life skills, including setting goals and learning technical skills. This program had proven to be effective. Women in factories in India were evaluated to have greater confidence, built stronger communication skills, and learned the importance of goal setting and practical financial practices.
This program was most likely an act to clean up their image after the child labor allegations, but have proven that Gap Inc. is capable of doing something ethical. Regarding the child labor allegations, Gap Inc. has now cut all ties from the manufacturers that use children as cheap labor. In conclusion, Gap is like any other company. There are both ethical and unethical practices. There have been some unethical allegations, but Gap has handled them very well. They have cut all ties with manufacturers that use child labor, thus proving that they can be ethical. Thank you for watching.